everybody. Hi, everybody in the chat. So I didn't want to be too long. It took me like 2 hours to get to this thing started here. So I just wanted to talk a little bit. I've been doing a lot of thought, thinking about what went down in that courtroom in 2008 when Jerhonda Pace was sitting there. I mean, put yourself in her position if you can stomach it. You're 15 years old. Everybody in the courtroom knows you're grown except you, because you are really a kid portraying and pretending to be an adult in front of law officials. You in front of the judge. You're sitting in the midst of the DA, the prosecutors, everybody in the court, the damn court clerk. Okay? You are lying about your age just to be in the scene. Just imagine, what are you learning? What are you hearing? What are you thinking? What are you seeing? Jerhonda Pace saw a lot, and I'm trying to paint this picture because we all need to really capture the moment. Let's think, and I want to say dead A, but I'm trying not to cuss. But seriously, let's put ourselves in that thought pattern. You're 15 years old, okay? Remember when y'all was 15? 15 years old. Everybody in the courtroom thinks you're an adult. You're watching a child pornography tape. 29 minutes. You're watching, and I can't be too graphic because this is public domain and I'm not able to do that. But just imagine what I'm thinking. The things that you're watching. Child scenery, okay, with an adult. You talk about being traumatized. She talks about being traumatized by her events and what happened and what took place when she dealt with R. Kelly, allegedly. She says all this, but when you watching a 29-minute tape of a grown-up that you adore, okay, and you're in a 15-year-old mind, you've gotten yourself in this thing. You went too far in this in here. You done dug yourself into this situation, and you're watching the person that you admire. And this is in your mind. This is not truthfully. This is not factually. But I'm trying to get in this woman's mind. Okay, now she's a woman. Okay, so if this is supposed to be the person that you're looking at, would you be traumatized? How would you feel? I mean, how would you feel? So it's just some thoughts I had. I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to get in her head, trying to feel what she feels. I'm trying to think what she thinks. So I'm going to look at I'm looking at an article. Okay. So, and I'm not going to be for y'all that long. When I look at this first article, this is what it said. And I believe this was from BuzzFeed. Claims she received cash settlements from the star in return for signing a non-disclosure agreements designed to conceal his sexual relationship with the then 16-year-old, now 24. Pace says she's violating a non-disclosure. Well, one would ask, and I wrote notes down, so let me see what I asked at the time. How did R. Kelly find out she wasn't grown? Like, again, she's saying that she basically violated a non-disclosure agreement. So how did he find out? I wonder. And this is all alleged. All alleged. Digging deep, being critical thinkers, okay? Being realistic based on what this woman said. I want to know, how did she find out? How did the cows find out? How did the king of R&B and pop, I'm just kidding, but for real, how did he find out? Because the reason why I'm asking this question, I'll let you know in a minute. The next question, how did he find out? And when did he find out? For there to even be a non-disclosure agreement in place. Remember that interview with Kiana Jones, that she was the eyewitness. She detailed that information. I loved it. I appreciate it. It's like she is the gold mine in the midst of all this. All we had up to now was Jerhonda's story about A to Z. 0 to 100 real fast. She went from he sought her out to bam, invited her to a party. She skipped the whole 365 days. But here we have Kiana Jones, an eyewitness, living, breathing, blood in her veins, walking, talking, lady that was honest and direct from the beginning, and I respect her for that, saying when they finally did get to R. Kelly's house, who they were invited, Kiana was invited by Geronda. Geronda states she was invited by Bubba. Nothing to do with R. Kelly, right? Nothing to do with R. Kelly. Was invited by Bubba when they finally get there. Number one thing he asked, do you got ID? Kiana, she had her ID because she kept and maintained integrity since from the beginning. Everything to me she said thus far showed her honesty and genuinity. Down right to when she said she was in love with R. Kelly. That she was in love with him. She had on point details and she didn't skip going from a 0 to 100 situation. He asked for the ID. We know this. Bam. Kiana gives the ID. Geronda does not. Oh, I left mine at my uncle's house. Oh, you gotta go. You can't stay. You can't stay. Because I'm in Kel's mind. If it was my mind, I just got out of a trial. I gotta quit it. I got tours. I got records to sell. I got music to write. I got shows to do. I got money to make. Sweetheart, goodbye. Have a nice day. Don't try to play me. Goodbye. So they leave. Lie and red flag number one. Kiana says that she says to Geronda, girl, why you say you went? We ain't been to your uncle's house. We didn't go to your uncle's house. Why'd you tell him that? Red flag. She has lied too many damn times. Too many times. One time too many. And if a person lied to you once, you better believe they're going to lie to you again. Matter of fact, what can you believe? So my question is, since it's cash settlements from this, she says that she basically got paid to shut up, hush money, to not speak about it. I want to know from the point that you show him that false ID, because they went back, they called, Bubba gave them his telephone number. Apparently, Geronda portrayed it as if, and I don't know, it could be true, that Bubba and her was talking. She said on Tasha K, and I just reheard her, yes. I heard her say that she was talking up to Bubba. She was dealing with him on MySpace, friends with him on MySpace, actually. From the end of 2008 is what she said. She said her friend, and this is where I don't understand, her friend wanted a tattoo. But yet it was Bubba that sought her out. I'm having a difficult understanding the gap. Make it make sense, Geronda. So your friend wants a tattoo, but Bubba sought you out. I don't get that. To me, it don't seem right. I'm going to say what I feel. I feel like you sought him out for a tattoo. Geronda states she didn't know R. Kelly prior to Bubba. She don't know him, but she knows of him. Okay, from MySpace, she understands that he does tattoos. She understood that he was friends with R. Kelly, and that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously the connection. When I ask when and how, is basically because there had to be a time for him to realize, allegedly, that this is not a grown-up. She showed me an ID. Hell, she was in a trial. She got to be 18 to be in a trial, so she can't be lying. But at the same time, I want to get to the fault the court had in this. And that's why I'm painting the picture. In the beginning, I want y'all to put yourselves in that courtroom. I can. You see everyone around you. You know how it feels to be in court. It's cold, it's dry, it's dull, it's boring. It's not fun. Half the things they saying, it just don't make sense to me. But you in there with the judge, you're 15 years old, you are watching things you shouldn't be watching. Even Geronda on the article said that, y'all remember on that MTV article, I believe Jennifer Vineyard was the writer. She said herself that Lisa Van Allen, she said there were people, witnesses, and they had captioned Lisa Van Allen, who basically Geronda said all they wanted was money. In that case, it was $250,000 that Lisa Van Allen, and I'm going to say allegedly just because, I'm going to say that. But it was $250,000 that she said, look, her boyfriend at the time, we'll give you the tape back, but you're going to give us $250,000. Ain't that the magic word? Didn't Deronda say that amount of money? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought she mentioned that same dollar amount. So again, put yourself in that courtroom. What are you hearing? You're hearing the testimonies. You're hearing these chicks, the testimonies. You're seeing the tapes. You're hearing the arguments, the prosecutors to the witnesses on each side. You're learning. You're learning. First of all, you're not, how can you say you're traumatized at that age? When you are sitting yourself, excuse me, in a courtroom with adults portraying to be an adult, but you're 15. That chick is smart, I'm gonna be honest with you. So that's why I wanted to know how and when, because there was a point A and a point B to get to C. It's a B point. And at that point, allegedly, it's possible that when I find out you not grown, oh my God, I just got acquitted for this. I can't believe you did this to me. How could you do this to me? How the hell she get in the courts? You know, being food ain't funny and it ain't cute. But she made it seem as if R. Kelly just sought her out. She was so beautiful, so sexy, so gorgeous, and special that he wanted her so bad. She states in Tasha K's interview on the phone that because she's been in Jet magazine and what else? It was another magazine in an article that he sought her out. Bull. In the words of Big Brother and my brother Alfonso Scott in Justice Investigation. Bullshit. Now I ain't mean to cuss too much, but I had to let it out. I'm getting a little cold, so I'm about to put this here blanket on. So let me see what y'all saying. I want to know really what y'all thinking about that. What y'all thinking about that? And I'm happy to see everybody in the chat. Prima Donna and everybody, all the people's up in the place. Exactly, Jeffrey. Polygraph their asses. And I want Kale's team to polygraph them. Don't give me no polygraph from anybody because I don't trust it. Their agenda is to make him look guilty. So we're going to keep it moving because I'm starting out late and wrong because I couldn't get the program done. So number 2. Kelly is controlling other women whom he keeps isolated in the cults. This is Deronda. I didn't have anybody to speak up on my behalf when I was going through what I was going through with them, Pace said. He's brainwashed them really bad, and it kind of reminds me of Charles Manson. Let me get to my note number 2. So, how much of her statement made, I want to know from y'all, how much of her statement made reflects statements she repeatedly, repetitiously heard in that trial, as she portrayed to be 18 when she was only 15 in 2008. How much of the statement, he controlling other women? How many times did they say that in the trial in 2008? She already knew the program. She already knew how it went down. Right or wrong. She already knew because she sat in every day in the trial. Y'all been to court. Y'all know how long it takes. You know they go through every detail, saying half the stuff. She saw the witnesses. She saw it. She heard the video. She saw the video, 29 minutes of it. But yet she's saying that he's brainwashed them really bad, and it kind of reminds me of Charles Manson. Well, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Rice. You know, Dr. Rice. You know, Dr. Rice to me is very educated. You know, and among others. You know, I'm gonna shout out everybody. Levi for Kelly. And everybody, and Dana and everybody else, you know, in this particular sense, Charles Manson, you put them. Why Charles Manson? Why Charles Manson? Charles Manson had a series. He brought together a community of people who had serial killings. 7 people killed them, murder, 2 different types of crimes. 2 different types of criminal, but we're talking 2 types of crimes. This is not the same, but yet she brings up Charles Manson. And one thing Dr. Rice noted, I'll let you know, is that Charles Manson is before for my time, before his time, way before her time. So she had to have heard that somewhere else. And it makes sense. She had. She didn't know that. But Kelly is controlling other women. He keeps isolated in a cult. I distinctively heard and wrote down Kiana Jones saying this. R. Kelly said to her, and no, she said to her, Kiana, and to Kiana presented her real state ID when he asked for it. Said to her, if you want to be with me, you got to do what I say when I say. She said, thanks but no thanks, goodbye. Said she still loved him after that. He never contacted her again. She still loves him to this day. Respect. That's called respect. Okay? So, I said that to say that. I'm just showing all of y'all's comments. I said that to say this. You have a choice with any man in my 37 years that I've ever known, brothers, cousins, uncles, boyfriends, friends, all of them had their own preferences. That's the reality. They have preferences. You know, some guys like girls one way, the others like. Thank you so much, Vaishon. Let me read what you said. Let me stop. All Rob needs is the faith of a mustard seed. Keep holding on to that. And at his weakest moments, God will remind him of how great he is and on time, how great he is an on-time God. And that's absolutely right. And my sis Spitting Fire, she said something today that stood with me. She brought up Don Lemon. These people have been taken down one by one. And it's amazing. So you're absolutely right. God is showing him in his weakest moments how great he is. I want to give a shout out to Paris Dixon. Pardon me, y'all. Paris Dixon, I haven't seen in a while, but sending love and all that to you, love you. And I'm gonna reach out to you too, because you've been on my heart and my mom's heart. We just been wanting to know if everything is all right. But yes, for her to state that he has a cult and he's controlling and all of that stuff like that. This is repeated in court throughout the entire trial. So you already expect this person to reiterate the things that she heard and saw. Just wanted to paint that picture for y'all. So now I'm going to move on to the next text. While a Chicago high school sophomore in 2008, Payton Jerronda Johnson met Kelly outside his child pornography trial. A super fan, she had cut class to sneak into the courtroom despite being under 18. And there's so much with that. So, let me see. Let me see. This right here pissed me off, if you know what I'm saying. This is why it pissed me off. Number one, let me get this straight, right? The publisher / writer brags that Jerronda, who they know is 15, obviously she says despite being under 18. She's bragging about this chick who she know is 15 during the trial and also sat daily in the trial with law officials watching a 29-minute child porn tape, taking in traumatic information for a kid. No one is taking serious the repercussions and ramifications of the seriousness of this. Basically, while this woman, whoever wrote this article, basically is acting as if Jerronda is a rock star because she is in a trial. This girl is a 15-year-old chick girl. She don't got no business. No business. Y'all remember when you was a kid, you with your mom and dad or your mother or your father, and a part on a movie show, they kissing, French kissing. You disgustedly turn away and you hide because it grosses you out by nature at that age. You don't want to see that mess now with your parents. But at the same time, at 15 years old, your curiosity peaks. And yes, some people get involved sexually. Some people get curious. Some people, I had a crush on a guy. Yeah. So you are of interest. You're interested in that. However, you were supposed to be 18 years old. And this writer right here is bragging on the fact that Jerronda was a super fan. Well, let's break down that fan thing. A fan it would not go as far as try to go to his house. Why would a fan be up in his crib? And I'm getting this a little bit from Dr. Rice too. Okay, because he had good points. Why are you in his home? Now, this is all alleged. Again, I'm a state. I'm protecting Kels. I'm just putting it out there trying to paint the picture. Because I want to break this chick down. Because she's put out so much slander and given so much bait. And people have took the bait. And they believed her. They didn't carefully listen to the details. They didn't see how they made themselves a pedo. How are you going to gratify this chick as 15 years old, allowed to sit and watch child porn? That's a crime. That's a crime. It's a crime. It is a crime for her to sit in that courtroom and watch that mess. For them not to card her. For them not to card her. Do you know what they did? They set her up. They set this whole thing up was a disaster because they made a mistake. And this writer had the nerve to say she was a super fan, cut class to sneak into the courtroom. So she's a sneaky chick that didn't go to school, was skipping class to go to see R. Kelly. They're telling you that she pursued him. So in her little text message that she had, let me see if I have it. That's where you're wrong. This may not be the text message either. This is when she was talking about Bubba. Somebody, see, they coming at her now. They coming at her now because they heard Kiana's story now. They heard the other side now. That's where you're wrong, Geronda says. You clearly don't know my story. I went to the trial as a fan. Bullshit. The following year, Jermaine Bubba found me on MySpace. My friend and I were going to Jermaine's tattoo shop so that she can get a tattoo. I didn't pursue him. I supported him. Big difference. So, let me read that part again. The following year, Jermaine found me on MySpace. My friend and I were going to Jermaine's tattoo shop. So, wait a minute. Did he find you first? Or did you ask to go to, did you seek him out? Because on Tasha K, she said her friend wanted a tattoo. And then the same way, she just throws in, she's leaving shit out. She's leaving details out. She don't want to, this girl is not stupid. She's not stupid. She's a little bit scary. She reminds me of them children of the corn kids. I'm telling you, them little silver hair kids. She's smart. Did you meet Bubba first on MySpace? Or did you already, she ain't telling us that. Because one would think, oh, you sought Bubba out because he cool with cats. So you saw him out, throwing out there just like she threw out in them articles. She threw out. I'm reading Malcolm. I just got off with my girlfriend. She's so brainwashed with the Lifetime shit. She made me mad. I feel you, Malcolm. That it does go that way at times. It does. And no, he can't be trusted, Miss Shay. Not at all. He's not even speaking. Thank you, Janet. So are you. But yes, anyway, okay. So I just don't understand. It's almost as if you don't want us to focus on if you knew him before MySpace. Because then I'm going to ask, because I'm going to go into my little girl mind, because I am a girl, honey. I'm a lady, I'm a woman, and I'm a girl. And I'm going to go into that mind. If it's a guy that I want to get close to, and my mind going to start going, and I'm going to end up at the boy's tattoo shop because he's accessible to me. I can get to the boy to get to the one I really want. So I'm going to seek him out, get his attention, ask him for his MySpace, if it could have went down this way, and then tell the world that he sought me out on MySpace, or I'm going to throw innuendos out there. I'm not going to directly ask, but I'm going to make it look as if, I'm going to throw out my bait, basically. So I don't know if she knew him before or after MySpace. I don't know that, but it makes me wonder you knew him, because she mentioned before that it was about her friend wanting a tattoo. And then what I'm curious about, okay, so the friend wants a tattoo. 2, y'all are friends on MySpace. 3, y'all come together, you and Kiana, Geronda and Kiana, with Bubba. Bubba gave them his telephone number, according to Kiana. So that tells me that Geronda did not have his telephone number. So she's calling him I don't know, she's saying my friend and I were going to Jermaine's tattoo. She said they was friends on MySpace. That don't mean they had any type of real close relationship. It just means they kind of intertwine. But she makes it seem like, because she did say later on in Tasha K that she and Bubba messed around after. So the girl done been, good God Almighty, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's get back to this real fast. I didn't like it though. I didn't like that how she's really making her sound like a rock star groupie. You know, that shit ain't funny. That shit ain't funny. You know, it's not funny. This girl was 15 years old sitting in a courtroom looking at stuff a 15-year-old should never be able to look at in front of the judge, in front of the prosecutor. That's not funny. You know, that could mess her up for real. That's not cute. And the court should be held responsible for that. So my question is, do y'all really care? And when I say y'all, I'm talking about these news people that keeps writing these stories up. Do you really care? And I think I know the answer to this, about these girls. If you do, your message wouldn't have been this way. This is nothing to joke about, and it's nothing cute about a 15-year-old who lied about her age just to see R. Kelly. Because look what she's doing now. Taking everything she learned from that trial and using it to, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? I don't want to say it. I want to know what y'all think. And this is alleged. It's all alleged. All alleged. What do y'all think? What is it called? You learn the ways how it works, what to sue for, what to get them for, what to do this, lie about your age. All of a sudden you got a non-disclosure agreement. When did he find out? How did he find out that you wasn't who you said you was? It's just a shame. It's craziness. It's craziness. So let me just see what y'all, I want to know what y'all think. And as I look at that, let me see. I'm going to look at my notes real fast because I'm not going to be long. And I truly appreciate y'all coming by. Robin, I'm thinking the same thing as you. J-Rock, what's up? J-Rock, seriously, says that Geronda was on a mission to destroy R. Kelly's life. The lies and foolishness that this little tramp, fuck it, brought into this man's life, she needs to be doing at least 20 years by now. Absolutely. That's not cute. That's not cute. And who was the judge? Why is it so quiet? Why is it not? Why aren't they talking about? Why aren't they holding these people accountable? Because you know why? They don't give a damn about you either, Geronda. They don't care about you if you was hurt, harmed, if you was misdealt with by any man. They don't care about you. It's not about you, sweetie. So you joining an agenda to take down a man. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're not getting justice for no two women that you claim that they highly brainwashed and they're young women, and I just want to help because no one would speak up on my behalf. Well, where the hell was your mother and father? Oh, you told Kiana your dad died, right? So that's where you got the money. You told Kiana your dad died and you got insurance money, but you told Tasha K your dad was locked up. So what the hell? Did he come back alive and get arrested? Or was he arrested and he died? For you to lie like that, like she's a compulsive liar. If you cared about this girl, you would get her some mental help. And I mean that. Real talk. Real talk. She cares about them girls. So they're brainwashed. Brainwashed. What the hell you know about being brainwashed? You a 15-year-old lying to the judge, getting away with it, lying to everybody, law officials, legalities, breaking the law, showing them nothing, and they not you're good. You're good at it. You're good at it. R. Kelly's not the only one that should be held responsible. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's not fair to me, off the record, that, and this is for all the men out there, because I asked one man already. Because the fact is, it doesn't matter if you lie about your age, if you're a minor and it's an adult. He's still held accountable. Is that right to y'all? How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Malcolm says, Gayle King claims these women don't know each other. They were all together for a whole year to prepare for the Lifetime document. Exactly. Well, they know each other. Hi, Elizabeth. And yes, Miss Shay, it's an extortion plot. It's an extortion plot. Absolutely, they know about each other. Geronda said that she brought Dominique, didn't she? She recruited, that's what she calls it, Dominique. That's why Michelle said, you stay the hell away from my daughter. She brought Dominique, and Geronda, remember, don't forget, because I will not let y'all forget, that she was dating Dominique before R. Kelly ever came in the picture. She was dating Dominique, and they would talk to Bubba on MySpace. Is this the friend that was getting the tattoo? Like, she done had two friends. How do you both end up? She's been pursuing R. Kelly. Two friends, one of them she dealt with to help get a tattoo from Bubba to get close to him, allegedly, I bet. The second one, Kiana, to get, she said she was going to the trial by herself, and then she bumped into Kiana at the trial. Kiana was going with her cousin. Kiana, cousin didn't make it one day, and that's when Geronda and her started going together, and they became friends. And all of a sudden now, here comes Geronda. Well, Bubba, I know Bubba is R. Kelly's friend. He asked me, he invited me to a party. Would you like to go? According to Kiana. So she is the link to the pursuing of R. Kelly. But she claims she was a fan. She wasn't pursuing R. Kelly. Lies. Lies. And the only people that's going to believe that is ignorant ones. Not smart ones. Not people who lived in the real world. No way. And I'm not playing them games with her. Forget that shit. So what do you think Geronda learned by being in the trial? What do y'all think she learned? What did she learn by trying to cut the webcam on, guys? So we can talk a bit. What did she learn by being in the trial? Did she learn? Someone, was it Miss Shay said she learned how to extort? How to extort? Oh, well, she's hearing the witness talk. She's hearing the prosecutor. She's hearing the questions. She sees the video. She knows this, that they not getting in trouble. He is. So it goes from a lying about an age to a fake ID, fooling a man. And that's what I was about to say. It's not fair that a man who does not know. If I show you an ID, and you in the courtroom, hey, Ebony, yes, we do need Bubba to speak up. Looking at him sideways. Sideways. You know why? Because you the nigga that brought her there. That's according to both of them. Kiana and, well, I'm going to say Kiana and Geronda. But it's not fair to a man that if a woman shows you an ID, what the hell else do you need? Like, what else? You need her ID. It's fake. So you go ahead, you deal with her, you date her, you go with her, you sleep with her, you get her pregnant, just say. And it's not happening to them, thank God. But you get her knocked up, come to find out, I'm not even 19. Oh my God. And she's talking about she got slapped around and spit on and this and that. You can't fool with nobody's mind like that, Geronda. You can't mess with nobody's head like that. People will snap out. You lucky you ain't get laid out. For real. You lied about your age. You showed people IDs and they believed you because you have something to show to validify your age. What more can we need if you have that? The court, you got in there. So, all right, she legit. She legit. The articles are saying she's 18. She's legit. So if he did seek her out, if that was, just say R. Kelly did seek her out, she's 18. She's 19 at that time, right? She would have been a year later. She's 19. It's not illegal. But then down the line, that's why I want to know, when did the non-disclosure come into account? When did you get spit on? When did you allegedly get slapped? You don't play with people. This man was just acquitted of that. And you going to play with somebody like that? You going to lie to them and show them a false ID? And you think this shit is cute and funny? I'm going to stop cussing because when I look back, I'll be like, no, I'm going to try, y'all. But it really irks me. Because she really thinks this is funny. Talking about everybody lies about their age. Everybody don't bring a disaster to people. Look at this man. They are in the news talking about he's got an incurable disease, as if they never had an STD, and still some of them got it, as if they know for a fact. They're violating HIPAA, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all, report them. Report them. Somebody said to me in the comments, and I can't think of the name. Spitfire. Spitfire says if he goes to jail, she fails to realize she has to walk this earth, and everyone know who Kels is. Nowhere to hide, and it wouldn't be safe for her kids. She is a clown, a freaking clown. She is it. She's it. She's it. So, thank you, Janet. Love you, Janet. Thank you. I don't get it. Hey, T is Blunt. Oh, y'all, I'm looking at the comments now. I'm seeing everybody. So, hey, the supremacist one. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, ain't I? The supremacist. Okay, so where'd it go? Only the gossip site reporting that about herpes. Yeah. And it's gossip. Right. It is gossip. But again, you are tearing a man down, and I forget the damn word, but you're tearing a man down, you're defaming him, and they need to be sued or threatened. It's just terrible. It's not cool, but thanks, Geronda, because you really, listen, you done got this thing so terribly disastrous right now, to the point where you probably don't know how to turn back and don't want to. I don't know, but it's all because you lied. It's all because they allowed you in that courtroom. It's all because they allowed you in that courtroom. And if Geronda could lie, I'm sure. Why can't the other chicks lie? Why can't they lie about their age? How do I trust anything they say? Mercedes, the one that made that video, they want to get out there. They want to tell people that Kels is gay, this and that. First of all, none of your damn business. Like, why, if he is or if he isn't, and I'm not saying he is, and I don't believe he is. I believe they're lying. But why tell me, what humanly motive do you have for telling everybody that? Because you want everybody to laugh at him. You want a hate crime. You want everybody to hate him. You want everybody to look at him different. It's really sad. They do spit and fire. Geronda's lies change like her wigs. They do. And it's really sad. So I'm going to take a look at my notes here and see what else, because I got a lot of stuff down here. I did want to know what y'all think. What she learned. She learned in the courtroom. What did she learn? Let me know what y'all think. Hi, Dorothy. It's okay. We've been going for a while, but you can rewind it because I'm not going to be too long. But, again, the writer is what threw me off. She boldly says that Geronda cut class while referencing she is underage, which means it meant nothing that Geronda is watching child porn in the presence of the judge, the lawyers, DA, clerks, and they know that she's not 18. They don't speak. Why don't they talk about it? Why don't they talk about it? They care, but then that's the same thing with Azriel and Joycelyn. They care so much about Azriel and Joycelyn. Where is Azriel? Oh God, let her go, Joycelyn. But when Joycelyn and Azriel show y'all, I'm all woman. I'm more of a woman than some of y'all. They're whores. They're slaves. They're sex slaves. They're cots. They this, they that. That's because y'all don't care about them. You report on them too. Some of you don't care about them. So in the light of everything, y'all, I'ma just recap everything I say, and then I'm going to go ahead and be done with it for today. The number one thing to remember, to think about, not remember, but think about, If you was in this courtroom, you're 15. Everybody around you thinks you're grown, but you aren't. You are 15 years old. And you're watching this stuff. You're watching porn. Tell me. Is that, first of all, is that traumatic? Because she claims that this whole relationship with R. Kelly was a traumatic experience and she needed counseling. No, I would imagine that she needed counseling after sitting way before then. For the capacity of the mindset you have to go in a court like that, who's bold like that to do that and to look as if they have nothing wrong with them, they just look normal. Look at this picture. This is a fantasizer. This is a fantasizer. This is somebody that gets stuck in thought. And this is my spiritual observation. This is not factual. This is my spiritual observation. She's waiting for him. And that's what the article said. That's right, Spinfire. This court did. They failed to uphold the law. They failed. And I'm putting it out here. The reason why I'm making my mouth is I'm making noise so that, you know what? One day they're going to hear it. That's why we make this noise. One day they're going to hear it. I see. Y'all let this slide. And you put this chick in front of us telling a motherfucking story? You can't tell me a story, girl. You lied. You're a liar. It's nothing you could tell me, honey. I like 110% honesty. I don't deal with that lying. I don't deal with the lying. I don't believe anything you say. Sitting out there, standing out there in the street, cutting school. You should be thinking about your education. If you a fan, you need to go to school. Damn, at least don't go every day. Go one day, 2 days, and then go back to school if you're a fan. Get your autograph, go about your damn business. But no, you're the one that's making the calls to Kiana. I was invited to a party. You're the one that's making the reach out, allegedly, to Bubba. My friend wants a tattoo. Where's your tattoo shop, or however that went down? You are the common denominator. And you're talking about you're not the pursuer? In that video that Kiana shared with Dr. Rice, the audio. Y'all may not know this, but Kiana said that Geronda told her she had a relationship with Andrea. She had a sexual relationship with Andrea, and R. Kelly wasn't in it. She is involved with Andrea. She is the common denominator, calculated, manipulative, deceiving, alleged. That's what's going on here. So there's no way a relationship could traumatize this chick. I wouldn't doubt this chick ran a relationship. She controlled that thing. That's what I would imagine if there is a relationship. She does, Spitting Fire. She does. She looks challenged. And that's, to me, she looks like a fantasizer. Person that goes off in the days, people looking at, look at them. They're about to bump right into her. She don't even notice. She don't even know. And so it's not right for them to take and make her look like she's the honest and innocent one. No, this bitch lied. She made the court look stupid. She made the court look, give me the word, y'all. They should be held accountable. She made the court look weak and fraudulent, and they look nasty to let her in and watch that. It looked like a whole shit show. It does. It looks like a clown scene. It seems like a clown scene. Everything. You got Lisa in there extorting people for money. Obvious. That's why they threw her stuff out. How you gonna dare come in my courtroom extorting somebody for money? And you testifying for who? Chick, get up out of my courtroom. Okay? Get out of my courtroom before I lock you up and hold you in contempt too. And hold you in prison for extortion. No wonder he was acquitted. This is a mess. This is a mess. To these writers that's writing her up as if she's an innocent child. No, your innocent child is a liar. And this is not something I made up or just picking with her. No, she went on record to say she lied. The news even said she lied. You know how? Because they first said she was 18, and now she just reported she's underage. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Obsessed with him. Obsessed with him. So she sat in that courtroom. Look at her eyes dreamy. Look at her outside fantasizing about him. Yes, fantasizing about him. Desiring him. Fantasizing about him. Desiring him. I'm going to make y'all believer today. Fantasizing about him. Desiring him. Wanting him. How can I get close to him? Okay, you end up close to him. You made him believe you was a grown up. You made him believe you was older because you knew based on that trial in your head, you think he likes young girls. You think that you can be that one. And that's how you ended up knowing Bubba. I believe, in my beliefs, that you chased Bubba to get to R. Kelly. That's what I believe. In that article, she described the man that was on the sex tape that she watched in court at 15 years old. If not 14, because I remember she said she was 14 and she turned 15. She described that guy having a nice, she said R. Kelly got a nice body. R. Kelly's got a she said somebody's sexy. She described it as if she was turned on by the tape. Okay? But this is cute to the news media. It's cute to Gail. She want to get on Azriel and Joycelyn because they are grown-ups that decided they want a 2-3-way relationship. She wants to get on them, the grown-ups, but you don't have nothing to say to this one. You don't want to interview her, but you want to come after the two grown-ups and question how they sleep together. Wouldn't you like to know how I sleep? I would have answered this as the same way as Rio answered. None of your business. Don't ask me that question. Don't ask me how I sleep with him. It's none of your darn business how I slept with him. What you need to worry about is that girl that y'all praised and called super fan that lied to the court. That's what you need to do. In this picture, this is a fan. This is a fan. She got the picture, but then she takes her ass, got the autograph. Now goodbye. Go home. Dream on it and fantasize on it all day long. But that was just about it. Now let me see what y'all over here saying. I want to know what y'all think. Shay Will says, "Come on out, Bubba. We have questions." Yeah, Bubba's gone, and it's no. I'm not shocked that he's gone. He's implicated too many times. He's not. Now I hate to do this to you, Bubba, but you probably the main one that brought her around. You brought her around. That ain't even to answer the question. You brought her around allegedly. She said it. She said it without even trying to say it. You the one. My question is, did you know this girl was young? Did you know she was young? Apparently you didn't know much about her. You didn't even, she's running her mouth. She didn't even have your telephone number. She didn't know R. Kelly. She acted like R. Kelly was pursuing her. She said that Bubba told her that R. Kelly was looking for her. Well, if he was, he thought she was grown. Which I don't buy that. I don't believe that shit. You think R. Kelly's going to be... Okay, R. Kelly made one song and he sits in his house all day long. All day long, as Dr. Ray said. He sits in his house all day long thinking about her. No. Busy man. You think this is somebody he's going to go chase? Absolutely not. She's not somebody that's spectacular that she's going to chase. My question, I can't find that picture to put up right now. What the hell did she tell him in that picture when he looked at her like she was fish? What was she telling? Because she was saying something and her legs was just spread apart like she was just trying to keep up with him. And he wasn't even looking at her. He was looking away from her, but looking like, what the hell is wrong with this chick? What was she telling him? I wonder. That's what I'm saying. You doing all the talking. You got all the game. But your ass was the one manipulating. And now you're trying to take him down. The next time we talk, I'm going to try to get this stuff together sooner. And I want to finish up. I want to know what y'all think. Leave your comments below. They are important. Hey, Sir Jiggy. You being good? Yeah. And I want to talk about Susan Logan's again because she's a common denominator to every one of these, most of them, let's say. Most of these females that are after R. Kelly now, she is the common denominator of it. And I've spoken about it before. I have. I've done research before. Shout out to AJ, my sis. I always say that because she is. Um, she's the one who brought this to me. But she's the common denominator of these women from the 90s. Susan Logan's, and I say this, Susan Logan's told Geronda somewhere, and I will talk about it later on, soon, very soon, that she told her that she can make her a millionaire. She told her she could break the non-disclosure agreement and make her a millionaire. Jim Derogatis also spoke about Susan Logan in other cases. She was known as a lawyer that the little young girls knew that could set R. Kelly up, basically, and get money. And it's in his book. And I didn't read the book, but I saw that little thing on Google. I read an insert, whatever, just a paragraph or a line or whatever about the thing and what he said. So there are big people in high places, of course. These chicks don't know much about suing. They don't think like that. These hood chicks, some of them hood rats, they don't think like that. They don't think, let me sue this nigga. Let me sue this man. I forgot I'm on live. They don't think, let me sue him for money. No. They might want to tear something up if it don't work out. But that's not their first thoughts. Because they don't have that mindset. Somebody approached them. This chick right here got smart when she sat in that courtroom at that trial. That's how she got smart. And then, according to Kiana, and allegedly, her mother was also that type of schemer. Her mother co-signed her lies. So that only lets me know that the apple does not fall far from the tree. But yes, she learned, ladies and gentlemen. She learned how to scheme. Yeah. She learned how to scheme. She learned how to fantasize. She got what she wanted. So next time, y'all, thank y'all for coming out. I'm going to go because it's kind of late. I really, really appreciate y'all coming out. Before I go, I'm going to read some of these comments. Christopher says, thank you, Sugar, for putting the spicy focus, woke truth on the entire messy drama BS legal system. Yes, lock them all up for 6 months to 1 year. Clearance truth pending final freedom results, reason accordingly. Right, Christopher. They deserve it. Kim Moss says her own sister confronted her about the prostitution. All right, and you know what? She's saying that wasn't even a real thing. But who tell me, yo? Come on. Who goes all the way to a show like that to lie? To lie. She said that was made up. She's telling everybody right in plain sight she is a liar, a criminal creep liar. You're telling us that. You said you lied about the show, the Bill Cunningham show. Who does that? Who does that? I love you too, Prima. I mean, who does that? Who goes on a damn show and lie like that? Who sits in a court at 15 and lie? 15-year-olds, they go out, they go be hot sometimes. They go out and look the boys they like. They go find them. They go try to be around them. They go, hang around them a little bit. But they don't go lie, sit in the courtroom acting like they 18 and do it every day of the trial. What kind of mind is that? Michelle says JP has mental health issues that has nothing to do with Kels. Yes. She is a stalker, pathological liar, narcissistic, sociopathic, streetwalker. She has cunning and very calculated demeanor about her. Yeah, she has a cunning and yes, she very well said, Michelle. Very well said, and I love you too. I love you too, Precious. Yes, Lisa, that proves she's a liar. I mean, like, who does that? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I mean, because it's not smart to get mad at me. It's stupid. It's real stupid if you mad. because you said it yourself. I did lie to R. Kelly, tell R. Kelly I was 19. I did lie about my age. I also lied about being on Bill Cunningham's show. I also lied. I sat in the courtroom and they thought I was 18. Bitch, you lied. I also lied and said that I left my ID at my uncle's house. I also lied and said my dad was dead, and that's where I got the money to buy a $15,000 car. But then I lied and said my dad was in jail. Because I don't know which one is it. The girl lied so many times in plain sight. I'm calling you out. Because I never liked the lying tongue. I never liked the liar. Everybody says some lie. Nobody's perfect here and there. Look, you didn't feel like going to work. You really didn't, you felt fine, but mentally you manipulated that. Mentally I'm not right, so I don't feel good. I'm calling out today. You didn't feel bad, but you didn't want to go in. People say things, but this chick has lied about serious things too many times, and it's just really getting R. Kelly in trouble. Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie says this whole thing has been in play for years, way before SRK. Yeah. It has been played for years. It has. And to me, the reason why it came back to life is because the Savages, the Clairys, wanted their daughters to come home, and they kept saying it, and they didn't never come. So this woke up that sleeping bear, that hibernating bear. This woke them up, and sometimes things have to play out, but it's not right to me. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Nikki. Yeah, yeah. Sparkle and Drea. Yeah, they all sat in that courtroom, and she watched everybody. Y'all think about it. This girl sat and she heard Sparkle, she heard everybody. She even told the news they lying. They just want money. Yeah, yeah. Now all of a sudden, now you don't want to press criminal charges and you want money. So we came up with the theory about that money thing too, and we gonna do some talking about that. I'm gonna do some talking about that, about this alleged money, this settlement money. I read a little bit, but it's more to it. It's more to it. She told Tasha K and telling how she got this hush money. And she broke the non-disclosure agreement to talk because she cares so much. Maybe you broke it because you wasn't getting that guap. Stop lying. Y'all gotta believe everything that girl say. You better don't believe 1% of it, because she's telling you something, but it's for a reason and for something else. She lying. I don't believe nothing she say now. You lied too many times. So when she goes out to say, and we about to end it, guys. When she goes to say, that's where you're wrong. You clearly don't know my story. I went to his trial as a fan. The following year, Jermaine Bubba found me on MySpace. Found me. You hear how she say found me on MySpace? But then the next sentence she say, my friend and I were going to Jermaine's tattoo shop. So how he find you going to his tattoo shop? All he had to do was holler at you at the tattoo shop so she can get a tattoo. And then she's talking about Dominique, I really believe. Allegedly. I do believe she's talking about Dominique, her girlfriend. At the time she said that was her girlfriend. This is what she said. That she was messing with Dominique, and that was her girlfriend. She was gay. So that's what she said. She said, I didn't pursue him. Oh yeah, there she go. I didn't pursue him. I supported him. Big difference. Bitch, you ain't say nothing. Oh, whoop, did I say that again on live, y'all? I didn't support him. I didn't pursue him. You pursued him because this is the last time I'm going to say this tonight. You pursued him because you just told us that your friend was looking for a tattoo. Basically, you told me that you found him on MySpace, because I don't believe he found you. I don't believe it. Then you're connected to what you told Kiana, allegedly, that you was messing with Andrea without R. Kelly's knowledge, sleeping with her, doing some girl thing. Then who else? Now, then you end up with Dominique's cousin, your ex-girlfriend's cousin. You're pursuing, all right? You're not pursuing, though? You're a fan? How does a fan intertwine with everybody he knows? How does a fan intertwine become messing around with his friend later on? How does a fan allegedly mess with his ex-wife? How does a fan end up messing with the woman that ended up messing with him, allegedly, Dominique? Because Dominique and R. Kelly was said to have had a relationship, and that was your girlfriend first. How do you end up messing with her husband? You're in the middle of this mess. You placed yourself in the middle of the mess. So, oh yeah, honey, you pursued all right. You pursued all right. You was pursuing the guap. You was pursuing revenge, to me, and this is my opinion. You were pursuing a position. That's what you said. On that note, y'all, I really love you all, and I appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all coming out to support. Stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna go live again because I'm gonna recap and break it down. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm doing this for help. To help. Because this girl, she need to be called out over and over again. Because they allow her in the court, and that's not right. They think it's cute. I heard you, Hollywood Next. I think I am subscribed. But subscribe to Hollywood Next. He has content on his channel. Hollywood Next, NEX. Ronnie says they going to try to get R. Kelly to say, P.S. I paid to have these women brought her for sex. Not. Oh, okay. So they're trying to make him admit to have paying them for sex when that's not the case. Obviously, Geronda, she came in his spot. And if it was me, I'm like, ain't you the girl at the trial? The one chasing me down, looking, fantasizing, looking like this? Ain't that you? Yeah, but she making it seem like, oh, you're the one at the trial. I told Bubba to find you. Find what? Find what? Where that picture of that girl when they had her looking like an alien? Since you want to talk, see, people throw themselves out there to look so good, and they don't look good at all. They don't look as good as you think. No. Honey, if he loved you, he would have made you his wife, if that's the case. But on that note, y'all, again, I'm saying it, I really appreciate y'all coming out. And hey there, pop-up just came up. Steve Harvey move. Hey Truth. So I love y'all and I thank y'all for coming out. I want to shoot out real quick to Phases the Next Level, to Dana J, to Dr. Rogers. I want to shoot out to Dr. Rice, to Levi Fort Kelly. I want to shoot out to A View from Tracy's Point. I want to shoot Jen and Lindsay out. I want to give a shout out to Kip. I don't know him, but I like how he sounds. I want to shoot out Spitting Fire. I want to shoot out Sky Zone. I want to shoot out Prima Donna. Yes, and I know it's somebody I'm missing. But the Supremacist one, Hollywood Next. I want to shoot out Just the Dose. That's her. And it's somebody else too, I bet. Injustice Investigations. I say these names because I love them all. Every one of you, I love you all. Nikki, J-Rock, Jeffrey, Jocelyn, Dorothy, everybody. Candy West, hey, love you too. Latrice, Lisa, Coretta Johnson, everybody. Truth said, you call her out right off the bat. She looked lost. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. She looked like, I'm telling you, there are fantasizers, people that get caught up in their fantasies too much, in their heads. That you gotta watch them. They'll calculate. You better watch them. Don't bring them around you. ST Lazy. Stay strong together. Love you too. Okay. Now let's just make sure we keep Kels. We're going to keep him in our prayers. I truly believe in my heart, think in my mind, and feel in my spirit that R. Kelly is strong enough to handle whatever, and God can use him right where he is. Absolutely. I want to say goodnight to everybody, and we will be back soon. Hi, Faith. Peace and blessings, boo. Hi, Barbara. Who goes to jail and not get a medical checkup by the institution to be locked up? Shaking my head. Hey, Barbara. And hey, Vet K. Thank you. Thank you, Vet. I was moving fast. Edward, good night. Regina, what's going on? Precious, good night. Thank you. God is in control. Absolutely can. Candy Cane. Good night, Hollywood Next, Malcolm. Yeah, we gonna ride to the end at R. Kelly home in the studio doing what he do, what he love. Yes, DJ Rick Rack, what's up? And good night. Nice to see you, DJ. Everybody subscribe to DJ. Seriously, oh my God, thank y'all all for coming. When it's all over, I hope they hold they lying fake accusers accountable for all the damage they have done. Fake ass, yeah. Okay, Tawana, everybody. Okay, it'll go on for life, for dear life. But yes, absolutely. When you go, I wanted to mention that as well. You do get checks when you go. People go to jail, they get checkups. They do, but it's violation of HIPAA rights to bring that out. You can't bring it out, so the lawyers better be on it. Hey, Stephen, Meme, everybody, Coretta. Oh, excuse me. Have a peaceful sleep as well, Coretta. Thank you. Yes, we will see you. I will see you again. Deontay, praying for you. Love you. Everybody, I want to give a shout out to the official Unmute R. Kelly on Instagram. Also, Unmute R. Kelly on Instagram. Everybody, peace. See y'all.